103 FM, your radio experience. You can run.
Should I start? Or are you gonna start?
We should start.
Oh Lord, it's a way back Wednesday right here on Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. Cassie stepped into the building and she started listening to Which Way Nigeria, Which Way, and she'd be asking me questions like, Yudi, what happened? What did Nigeria do? What did Nigeria do? And I'm like, what did Nigeria not do? Please, what did Nigeria not do to me? Anyways, though, Nigeria is just a name. I mean, the people who are living within this geographical area, they are the real Nigeria, or Nigerians, if you like. They're the ones who make the name what it is. So it just goes on to say that, hey, we have to probably get back to the very cause, the very reason for which the founding fathers thought it wise that there should be a Niger area, which of course, if you put together, brings Nigeria. I mean, the amalgamation of the North and South Protectorate 1914, oh, I just schooled somebody right now, right, was something that certain people said it was a forced union. But then we've had guests, on here. I mean, particularly Sir Benedict Olalekan Agunloye, who has said that there is power in diversity. There is power in it. If we can only live together side by side, we would understand what that power is all about. But well, we should let you in on the fact that today being a way back Wednesday doesn't mean that we are taking you and leaving you in the past. Oh no, it's a moving train, so that train will move from the past as we give you the present and intimate you and all of the news and information and entertainment that you ought to be acquainted with. Okay, that's what we are known for. It's okay. You don't have to tell us, we know. Look at that feeling now. But yeah, the United Nations holds that today is International Jazz Day. Ooh, jazzy. Come on, Jazzy. Ooh, okay. It's 30th of April, 2025. Is it the last day of the month? I think so. I believe so. I know. So, yeah. So, jazz has always been about bringing people together, breaking barriers, inspiring creativity across cultures. International Jazz Day only reminds us that music has the power to transcend borders, maybe foster dialogue and spark joy and hope. All right? This 2025 International Jazz Day, organized by UNESCO and the Herbie Hancock Institute of Jazz, is being celebrated on 30th, of April in more than 190 countries. Okay, so that's just what it is. The global host for this year's celebration is the city of Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates, UAE they call it. All right. We should also let you in on the fact that the World Immunization Week is still ongoing. Started from the 24th of April and it's terminating today, being the 30th day in the month of 20. Please, as much as you can, immunize your children. If you've not immunized yourself, and check yourself. Maybe you're an adult, but just check yourself. And if you need immunization, immunize yourself. Right? Woo! Oh Lord, it's the Eagles Morning Risers Breakfast Show. Cassie, how you feeling today? Look at you.
Good morning, you.
Look at you, Cassie.
How are you doing?
Ooh, I'm fine because I got Cassie in the building right here.
That's right.
Right to my
very present and not really capitalizing on the past.
The papers are saying we greet you in the way. The papers are saying we greet you in the way that we know how to. Inakwana Ekaro Tutuoma Deve. In my dialect, I would say Messiere, and finally in the language that you and I totally understand, it would be Una. Good morning. My name, once again, is Uduak Daniel.
And I am Cassandra Yunumbe.
Okay, I like that sound. Well, let's intimate you some things that you want this morning just before we jump into the dailies now. Prominent Lagos socialite Emeka Okonkwo Daniel, popularly known as Imani, has been arrested by the operatives of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, that is the EFCC, over alleged abuse of the Nigerian currency. So the agency also arrested wanted business executive and socialite Aisha Suleiman at Chimogo. Okay. Well, you should also know that there is a video recording of Nnamdi Kanu's interrogation by officials of the Department of State Services, that's the DSS now, and it was played in court on Tuesday, that was yesterday, in his ongoing trial before a federal high court in Abuja. Now, the statement Kanu made on October 15 of 2015 has also been read before a federal high court in Abuja. Now, the statement Kanu made on October 15 of 2015 has also been read. In the video, he admitted establishment of Radio Biafra, and Minority Leader Abba Moro yesterday alleged that the choice of a former governor of Delta State, Ifeanyi Okowa, as former Vice President Atiku Abubakar running mate in the 2020 presidential election. He had also hinted that Atiku is just on his way out, trying to find his feet so that he can just leave. But Atiku has also debunked that, saying that I have no interest leaving the PDP. Well, he said Atiku told me he is set to leave the PDP. That's what started to happen.
Is involved in the investigation of the alleged drug-related case involving President Bola Tinubu in the 1990s are expected to release investigation reports available at U.S. Attorney's Department of State, Federal Bureau of Investigation. The Islamic State West Africa province has claimed responsibility for a deadly improvised explosive device attack near Ran in Kalabage local government area of Borno State. According to residents and security sources, the incident occurred along the Furuduma axis around 11 a.m. on Friday and initially left 17 people dead. The casualties included 4 women, 6 children, and 7 other passengers.
Very sad.
Very tragic, I must say. Now, looking at what's going on in Ekiti, a high court sitting in Ado Ekiti has sentenced 5 men to death by hanging for conspiracy, armed robbery, and murder. The convicted individuals, Ojo Tokwe, Damilola Christopher, Joseph Adegoke, Aderokbo Temitokwe, and Oyedele Oluwatobi, were also handed a 21-year prison term for each for conspiracy. That's a long time.
That's quite a long time, 21 years, except for the fact that they count the day and the night. Well, the national leadership of the People's Democratic Party has vowed to challenge in court the defection of Governor Sheriff Oborowori of Delta State. Now, Cassie gives the smirk. Okay. His predecessor, Senator Ifeanyi Okowa, and the entire party structure in the state, following a gale of defections that rocks the party, as chairman of the Board of Trustees, BOT, Senator Ebere Wabara, said the All Progressives Congress APC would soon implode. The Nigeria Labour Congress NLC has declared that the 2023 presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, does not require any coalition with the People's Democratic Party or support from political figures like former Vice President Atiku Abubakar or ex-Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai to win the 2027 presidential election. Oh, I see. But we should let you in on this one too, that Chidinma Ojukwu, a former 300 level mass communication student at the University of Lagos on Tuesday, told Lagos State High Court that every statement she made to the police during interrogation was false and made under duress. Chidinma is standing trial for the alleged murder of the chief executive officer of TV, Michael Osifo Ataga. And finally, now we should let you in on this one.
Right, the former Delta State Governor, the 2023 Vice Presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa, has claimed that former Vice President Atiku Abubakar is on his way out of the PDP. In an interview on Tuesday, Okowa said that Atiku was aware and had been consulted on the decision by him, Governor Sheriff Oborowori, and other Delta PDP stakeholders to defect to the All Progressives Congress.
Okay, so you heard that now. Let's jump into the front page of Nigerian newspapers. It's going to be a very smart read, so stay with us right now. Stay with us. But just before we do so, we should also hand down the numbers to you so that you don't go looking for the numbers when the time comes, because you would be expected to add your voice loudly and clearly in the arena of the pages as and when due. All right, the number would be 0907 353 0044 or 0908 766 8888, and the WhatsApp portal number is 0909 705 4450. As you send a voice note to the WhatsApp portal number, please make sure it is 1 minute 30 seconds, or at most 1 minute 35 seconds as you do so. And keep your messages short and simple. Now let's jump into the Nigerian Tribune newspaper now. The big story: Nigeria in deficit of 300,000 doctors. All right, federal government is saying that. Page 4 has got that story. It's got two writers to it though. Earmarks over 110 billion naira to revamp 18 varsities, medical schools. Kwara needs over 100 doctors. Hospital Management Board is saying that one. You'd find that one on page 4. And I see this one too on page 3. I told Atiku about my exits from PDP. Is leaving too. Okowa says that. It's got a couple of writers to it. PDP vows legal battle to reclaim mandate. Nobody can kill PDP, Damagom is saying. NWC appoints South caretaker to oversee state chapter. All right, we should get on to page 29 now. How Nigeria can create prosperity that will last. Somebody's making that conversation up at on page 29. But going to page 29 as well, looking popular by the way. Ekiti North leaders, stakeholders endorse Oyebanji deputy for second term. Okay, just above the Nigerian Tribune newspaper banner, I'm talking about the heights, the peak, the apogee, the zenith of it now. Minimum wage is a kicker. NLC kicks says some states merely added 5,000 naira to workers' salary. Page 30. Oh, that can be a problem. Now, page 26, Achimugu declares hunger strike as EFCC confirms arrest. Okay, you get arrested now as a big personality and you declare hunger strike. What's that? To what cause? Page 15 is going to be the last one that I'll be bringing with the Nigerian Tribune newspaper now. No attempted Boko Haram invasion in Oyo. Trending video outdated. Oyo is set. Oyo police command is saying that. All right, that's how we say bye-bye to the Nigerian Tribune newspaper.
All right, now taking a look at another newspaper this morning. Let's talk about The Nation. What's going on in The Nation newspaper? Now, the biggest story as well seems to be coming from the PDP. Now, Okowa says Atiku's 2023 bid for president insensitive. I regret running with him. Tinubu deserves second term. I bear no grudge. That is Atiku. While Okowa is saying that Atiku's 2023 bid for president was insensitive and he regrets running with him. And he goes on to say that the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu deserves a second term. And now let's come back to this headline. Now at top of The Nation newspaper, it says how Nnamdi Kanu was arrested in Lagos hotel by witness. How Nnamdi Kanu was arrested in Lagos hotel by witness. I thought he was extradited from Kenya.
I thought it was
What's going
extradited.
on?
I don't know.
Well, to find out what that story is about, page 4 of The Nation newspaper would give you that. And now let's talk about this one, still on page 4. Lawmakers indict NCC telcos over kidnappings. Others. Serious headline, I must say. Now, still atop of The Nation, Oyetola gives out 42,000 life jackets to facilitate waterways safety. Very important. Agbakoba demands retraction of Natasha's allegations against Akpabio. All right. Senator Natasha versus the Senate President still going on. You can have an update of that on page 3 of The Nation newspaper. And now, still looking at The Nation newspaper, PDP to sue Delta governor, others. Definitely in line with the recent defections. Now, let's see just bottom of The Nation newspaper. Court okays playing of disc in Emefiele's case. That's on page 3. To have an update, go check page 3 of The Nation newspaper. And yes, EFCC detains Aisha Chimogu over alleged 8 billion naira deal. That's on page 2. She declared a hunger strike. So to find out what is really going on, go check the Nation newspaper.
That's right. We'll just head out now and on a recess. We'll be right back in a short bit. Don't forget, this is the Pages, and it's part of the Eagles Morning Risers Breakfast Show. Don't go away.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
Meet the Infinix Note 50 series, defined by pioneers who push boundaries. Its ultra-resilient armor alloy metal frame design gives you that slick, top-notch style. Unlock efficiency with intelligence of the one-tap Infinix AI and circle to search anything on your phone with Google. Need power in a flash? 90 watts fast charge rockets you from 0 to 100% in 38 minutes. Exclusive deals at authorized stores. Get your Note 50 now. The Infinix Note 50 series. Pro design, pro AI.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
You're still on to the Page, as you like to call it, the newspaper review segment of the Breakfast Show. Yes, you're not wrong. That is the Daily Trust newspaper we are on to now. And we see the big story. Okowa is indeed making a big name. Is this relevance or is this what? I don't know. Okowa's choice as running mate cost Atiku 2023 presidency. Moro is saying that will be Abba Moro, if I'm not mistaken. Now, you'd find a story on pages 3, 4, 6, and 3, 4, and 5. Yeah. Okay, so that's it. Oh man, my eye's still sharp now, I guess. Okay, I see this one on page 13. We trek for miles, Mina residents say, as curfew bites. There's a curfew going on. Yes. Soldier to die by hanging for killing girlfriend. Oh, really? Capital punishment now? Who? Okay, I'll leave it there. Page 29. I was going to say something, though. But page, let's see, page 14. How dozens of civilian JTF died defending communities in Borno, Yobe, Adamawa. And at the base of the Daily Trust newspaper now, NNPCL appoints Idrisu Obioma, sacks Port Harcourt Refineries MD, 200 others. 200 others. Page 4, you'd find that story now. Just above the big story, but underneath the Daily Trust newspaper banner now, FBI others to release Tinubu probe reports Friday. Is this shaking the table? Page 10, you'd find that story to page 44, right? Alleged money laundering. Chimugo to appear in court today. And the last one with the Daily Trust would be on page 8. ISWAP claims responsibility for Borno attack as death toll hits 26.
Unfortunate. Right now, moving away from that tragic story and that newspaper, we have the Guardian newspaper. The Guardian this morning, the biggest story seems to be from Nine Mobile. It says Nine Mobile at crossroads seeks $3 billion lifeline at 10.3 million subscribers. Plot.
Wow.
That's a lot. That's so much. That story can be found on page 6 to know what Nine Mobile is going through at the moment.
What they're going through.
Yes, they are going through a lot.
Do they need a doctor?
10.3 million subscribers put into another network.
Lord.
That's a lot. Now, still part of the Guardian newspaper, here we have NFRU identifies betting fintechs, others as enablers of kidnapping.
Wow.
Okay, kidnapping rather.
Okay.
Now, despite 40 trillion naira investment in 11 years, insecurity in Nigeria are acceptable. To find out who is saying that, check out page 7 of The Guardian. And now I see a picture of Nnamdi Kanu. It says FG's witness testifies behind closed doors as Kanu's terrorism trial begins. Yes, on page 7 of The Guardian newspaper for an update on that. Now, this one, Akpabio Agbakuba demands Natasha's retraction of sexual harassment claims, and that can be found on page 14. Okay, is she going to retract or not? Now, still talking about demands, or maybe should I say moves. The PDP is set to sue Obovoweri, that is a Delta State governor, and others as Okowa assures of Atiku's imminent decamp. Now, let's talk about it a little bit, right? So,
Imminent to
this will
camp.
not be the first time
Wow.
that the former vice president, if at all it's going to happen, will decamp, right?
Right.
Of course, he was, I would say that it would be fair to say he was one of the foundational members of the APC at the
Right,
time
right.
when that coalition happened. But of course, he came back to the PDP and everything. And now, someone that you would consider very close to him saying that, oh, this man is still going to move. Is he just saying it for saying sake?
Well,
To align with his new family?
Well-
Or make it look like, oh, this man knows a lot that we need or something?
The truth is, Cass, right? The truth is, Okowa knows what is at stake right now. Okowa knows that he's not in a very nice, on the right side of the people as it stands right now. Anybody in that situation would be desperate to say whatever he wants to say. But then again, we have seen where politicians have said, certain things, and then it turns out to be the exact same thing, right? A person of Okowa's standing. In fact, the 2023 that tag team between himself and Atiku raised his rep in the political scene. However, whether you like it or not, it really raised Okowa's rep, during that elections, and he has become a strong force, in terms of his voice and all of that. So for him to still make such statements may not be far from truth, I must confess. But Atiku has come out to saying, you know what? I am not defecting. Okowa has the right to say whatever he wants to say, but that does not mean it is a reflection of my standpoint in the midst of all of the defections. Said I have no grudge against them.
At least we've heard from the horse's mouth.
Right.
And now it is even more shocking that we are hearing very big wigs of the PDP say that Okowa was just a featherweight, that they regret. As much as he's also regretting being, the running mate,
Yes.
they are also regretting. They say that it cost the former vice president his presidential ambition.
Well-
but do you think that the former VP should take a rest at this point?
I think it's just PR. Somebody has to take a fall. The PDP, are looking for someone to just take the fall.
But
for
I asked you a
whatever-
pertinent question.
Yeah, what was the question?
If
please?
you were in the same room with the former vice president of Nigeria, Atiku Abubakar,
Yes.
would you tell him to take a rest from this ambition at this point?
Atiku Abubakar?
Yes.
I would have told him just please lay low, go down, chill, rest. I mean, you've seen power, you've touched power, you've added your voice one way or the other
But
to
he's
shape
so
it.
determined. Something has been forgotten in that Aso Rock, and he needs to pick it up.
That's
Something-
that's more reason I'm gonna be so dogged about telling him to rest. Rest, Oga, rest.
Okay,
Rest.
Zukwanike.
Rest.
Okay,
please.
all right. Now, still looking at the papers, let's talk about the fact that on page 5, we have this development from Lagos as Lagos State empowers 1,700 entrepreneurs through micro support initiative. Good to know. And we're hoping that other states will emulate that as well. Now, MBS expands CPI, unveils a daily price movement data that can be found on the business page of 15. And then Carco, presidential aid, seek probe of illegal student loan deductions on page 3. Oh, student loans are going on?
Yeah, it's still going on, but there's now deductions, Cassie, as the school, the institution, about 51, as of yesterday, were discovered to have allegedly dipped their hands.
Oh my goodness! Like, when can we
when do we ever stop this?
get it right
It's
with
really
certain
sad.
things? It's
really
just
sad.
unfortunate.
It's quite unfortunate, though. But we go to the Punch newspaper now, and with the Punch newspaper, we see this one, and it sees us to. Let me see. I want to be sure of something. Okay, we're the right place. I just want to be sure that the date is correct. All right, Hurricane Tinubu, PDP, NWC governors meet next week to avert defections. Page 2, you'd find the story's got one writer to it though. Party to sue Delta governor. 547 local government chairman. Wow, assemblymen. Wow, councillors as Atiku Okowa clash. All right, Hurricane Tinubu. It comes like a hurricane. Okay, now just to the side of the Punch newspaper, you'd find COAS, that's Chief of Army Staff, vows tough offensive as Boko Haram kills 40 in Borno. Kills 40, not 40 and not 40 and.
This is beginning to sound like wedding vows.
Honestly.
we have these vows like. As we are
Strike,
vowing,
and then we
these
vow.
people are going on doing what they are not vowing. They are taking action.
No, they're taking, of course, they are taking action. They are not taking a vow, but we are the ones who are taking the vow.
Are we in some type of wedding or something?
Condemning will come out to condemn it.
This
after
wedding
the
that
act.
has no conjugal bliss.
Nah, it
no
doesn't
bliss.
have. No, please. There's no bliss in this one. It's just chaos, I tell you. But just above that, the Punch newspaper banner now. NNPCL shake-up. MDs of Port Harcourt, Warri, Kaduna refinery sacked. We're sacked. Says got one writer to it now. Several Millie Kyari era top executives axed in major overhaul. All right, page 19. Is that going to bring the change that we are looking for with the NNPCL? And let's not forget that the NNPCL has also been found wanting with the Warri refinery, saying that, well, it's a total breakdown because the Warri refinery now has gone down. Just when we were celebrating. And some reports has it that even the Port Harcourt refinery is struggling to survive. Obi doesn't need PDP. Atiku coalition to defeat Tinubu. NLC is saying that one now. Page 30, you'd find that story. Nigeria risks breakup without federal reform. Somebody's saying that and warning sternly. Page 7. And the NSA plans joint security screening at airports. Page 26, you'd find that story. At the base of the Punch newspaper, you would find this one. Kanu's trial. That's the kicker now. DSS submits Radio Biafra devices in courts. Page 7. U.S. jails Nigerian who defrauded 400 elderly people of inheritance. You don't have your own in Nigeria, but you are defrauding people's own elsewhere. Pages 4 and 5, you'd find that story. And that will be all with the Punch newspaper this morning.
All right, and now still looking at the papers, let's talk about what's happening in the Vanguard newspaper. The biggest story still about 2027, what is going on in the People's Democratic Party. Now the kicker is defections. PDP goes to court, says APC will soon implode. And then the writer to that story, PDP taxed its South-South committee to oversee party in Delta. I informed Atiku before defecting.
I told him.
Says he wasn't hounded by the EFCC. You know, he had a case last year or so.
Yeah.
And some people are saying that maybe this is really, when you move to the other side, your sins are automatically forgiven.
Yeah, that's right.
So, of course, who wouldn't want penance? But he is saying that is not the reason he moved.
Okay.
He moved because he wants to take Delta to Abuja or bring Abuja.
He said it was going to bring up. Oh, I saw that story yesterday. Oh, Cassie. Oh, Cassie.
Delta is not Delta enough.
No, it's not Delta enough.
And they need Abuja to make it what it is.
That Abuja is the goodwill. Is the goodwill message. Abuja, if you connect Delta to Abuja, the Delta people will begin to get the dividends of democracy. And gosh, I don't know.
Don't worry.
I'll leave it there.
Well, just before we go for a breather, lawmakers, telcos clash over kidnapping, phone-related crimes. Most of the headlines are repeated anyway. Now, Gowon, Obasanjo, governors, others to honor Clark in Lagos tomorrow. Very well deserved. His memory deserves to be honored. Now, Japa, we can't get doctors to recruit. Kwara government, page 13. Well, now let's talk about what's happening in America. Trump's 100 days. How America first president is reshaping the world. Now he's saying, make America great again. And with that mandate, how has he performed in the first 100 days? Go check out page 41 of the Vanguard newspaper. And now coming atop, it says Governor Okpebholo goes tough on kidnappers, cultists, commences demolition of properties linked to sponsors. One day we'll come back to this. Is this always the solution? But maybe that's a conversation for another day.
That's right.
Now this one says public sector deficit borrowing threat to $1 trillion economy. Nasima, OPS Business News. Go find out on page 20. And then this one says Boko Haram kills 24 mourners, hunters in the Damawa, Bruno, raised church houses. 2 soldiers die in landmine explosion. All of that on page 7. Very tragic stories, I must say. But
That's
UD,
right.
I think at this point,
That's right. We should go on a recess.
Pay some bills.
Pay some bills. We'll be right back.
Your number one radio experience you can count on. Eagles 102.3 Abuja. Abuja, you're in luck. It's the upgrade promo from my Abuja Home Limited. For their Broadwater estate and plots in Gwagwalada, get 250 square meter for just 700k when you make an outright payment. That's a whopping 81% discount, or go premium with 500 square meters for only 1 million naira. That's 80% of the original price of 5 million naira. With our authentic FCT land document, you have no issues at all. We have a flexible payment plan for up to 12 months for your convenience. Get your land in Broadwater Estate, Paiko, Gwagwalada now, with green environment, accessible roads, power supply, guaranteed security, and lots more. Call or WhatsApp my Abuja Home on 0808 883 7426, 0808 883 7426, or 0808 272 3824, 0808 272 3824. Hurry now, promo ends soon. These opportunities also open to military personnel. My Abuja Home Limited. Affordable. Live the life.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
Meet the Infinix Note 50 series, defined by pioneers who push boundaries. Its ultra-resilient armor alloy metal frame design gives you that slick, top-notch style. Unlock efficiency with intelligence of the one-tap Infinix AI and circle to search anything on your phone with Google. Need power in a flash? 90 watts fast charge rockets you from 0 to 100% in 38 minutes. Exclusive deals at authorized stores. Get your Note 50 now. The Infinix Note 50 series. Pro design, pro AI.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
It is Wednesday's The Pages newspaper review, if you like to call it that way. The 30th day in the month of April of 2025, 34 minutes gone past the hour of 7 on the AM side. It's time to hear from you loudly and clearly as you tell us and intimate us on what your thoughts would be on some of these headlines as they come to you. Right now, let's just quickly take this one. Hello. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Yudi.
Yes,
morning.
Good morning to you, please.
And good morning, Cassandra.
Yes, good morning to you.
Yeah, this is Felix from Lambata.
Oh, Felix, welcome aboard. Felix, talk to us.
Thank you very much, Yudi.
Yes, please.
You see, PDP owe Nigerians apology. And until PDP apologize to Nigerians for misgovernance, mismanagement, misrule, and all the woes they brought upon Nigerians, they will continue to experience what they are going through. Whatever we are having now in governance, PDP laid the foundation. They laid the foundation. They had the opportunity to put Nigeria on a very high pedestal when they came into power, 1999. But they faltered. And they were also that arrogant to tell Nigeria that they were going to rule Nigeria in 50 years, that nobody will remove them. But God removed them. They are in disarray. They are in disarray. Whatever reason Okowa is given, PDP is a party of defectors. Yes, it's obvious that they are going with more defections. That I can assure you.
Right.
PDP should change their name, or they should merge with other parties. PDP owes Nigeria very great apology. Whatever we are going through today, thank you very much.
All right, thank you, though, Felix. Appreciate PDP owes us. They owe us an apology. Hello.
Good morning, Uduak Daniel.
Good morning to you, please. What's your name? Where you calling from?
My name is John from Suleja.
John, it's been a while. Welcome aboard. Talk to
Thank
us.
you very much. My regard to your colleague there.
Yes.
Can I raise point of order?
Yes, go ahead.
Yesterday issue?
Go ahead.
Okay. My point of order goes in the area of the jam arrangement and all that. That somebody called and say it cannot be possible, that it is a lie. We'll be bringing fake news and all that. We need to raise some kind of ability. But I can assure you, Daniel.
Yes, please.
My second daughter went to this jam, and the arrangement his own sitting was 6:30.
6:30 a.m., right?
6:30
a.m.
Yes.
Okay.
6:30 a.m. We have to go global vision here in Suleja. Some people who know this Suleja can know global vision. Where she seated for that exam yesterday or Friday, sorry. But somebody have this information, you don't solicit out. But somebody I want to tell you, you are a journalist.
Yes, please.
Sometimes this is where we have a clash with a Iheanacho when he was in the when somebody come up with all this misinformation, he say, no, I cannot take it. It is not true. I have verified, and they cannot give us this news because I know it more than you. So try to keep these people in check.
Okay.
This is not first time, second time. BB is bringing in fake news. Thank God for Eric yesterday. God bless him too. When he clarified this thing, and it is very true that JAM arranged 6:30 for JAM exam. Thank you very much.
Right, John, can I ask a question, John? Are you there?
Yeah.
When did your daughter really write the exams after all in the end? When did it write? What time was the exams written in the end?
I said 6:30.
Was when the wait now, don't get me wrong. Was it written at 6:30 a.m.? Even when you got there? Okay, that's all I want to know. Right.
Okay, 6:30 a.m.
Okay. So, John, thank you for that information, though. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you very much. My regards to Eric, who give all this very good information.
All right then, thank you. Well, you know, the beautiful thing about what we do here is that we allow for everybody to speak, and when we hear the two sides, and if one person is already telling us that information, what's the point going about trying to overflog it? Right. The point is, Eric gave us that information, and I got that information correctly too from Eric. Very well, very true. That's the truth. And as soon as Eric put that information out, and I cross-checked, and it was real, it was okay. There was no point just going about. I mean, let's not give so much importance, to certain people's conversation. I mean, there's no need for that, right? It's still a family, though, and this does not mean that we don't take seriously misinformation, disinformation, and all of that. But if a family member has come out here and made it clear, and it has also been cross-checked, come on, let's move on, so that we don't make a mole out of, you understand. But thank you, John. I like that point of order, and it makes a lot of sense, right? Okay, so we'll just get on to taking more messages. Let's see. Okay. All right, we're taking that one. Hello. Good morning.
Barrister Daniel.
Yes, please.
Sarah, did I get the name right?
Cassandra.
Good
morning.
Sandra, please. Sorry for that mistake.
No, it's
so
fine.
My name is Apostle Osola from Apple. So my take goes like this: that any country that want to make it in life have to keep law. There is a time I heard that this country have a law that if a PDP gives you a ticket and you use it to win a governor seat, when you want to defend, you leave that their mandate for them. That's how things goes. Don't say we cannot carry person mandate a mandate to go to another party. It haven't been done like that. Another one I want to say is this. Every government, all those presidents that rule this country, they have a legacy they leave behind that they used to use it to remember them. I could remember Yaradua when Niger Delta misbehaving, he called them to order. We use that one to remember him. Obasanjo, on his own time, he brought this phone. Even Opasela have phone today. They are using it to remember Obasanjo. But all this Tinubu, Buhari, and other presidents that have ruled us, I don't know the good legacy they leave behind. Buhari is only, I'm not aware, until 8 years, all the money he borrowed, and we couldn't give account of it. And the State Assembly cannot say, okay, let us make a law that any past president, after his presidency, they can call him to bring him to ask him social questions. But today, Buhari is in Kaduna enjoying all whatever he did that is wrong and whatever. So with the State Assembly have to do something that any past president, if there is anything that they need to call him to order to come and to checkmate him, all the Buhari borrowed. Today we cannot see that money. That's why we are suffering. The suffering we are suffering today is not by Tinubu. It's the mess that Buhari mess. Thank you and God bless you. My name is Apostle.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Right. All right, Apostle, thank you far too kind. Let's slip this one in now. Hello, good morning.
Hello,
Wow.
good morning.
Wow. You did.
Yes, please, good morning.
You are so excited this morning. What is your secret? What are the secrets behind you?
I've got Cassie here, Cassandra.
Wonderful party. You always have her around you.
Yeah.
She's the one that will make you to be happy.
Right.
That's great. That's great. I love your excitement. Even the economic meltdown.
I tell you.
You refuse to
No, I refuse to
melt down.
melt. I refuse to melt.
Wonderful. So great. Keep it up. Keep it up.
Appreciate Moses.
Yeah. Yes. You did.
Yeah.
Our eye don't open. Except to where I know open. When you are looking into parties, leave these politicians. Somebody will leave a party and say that party is bad. Tomorrow again, you still go back to that party. Nobody can deceive me on that. The issue is not an issue of party. The issue is the man under the party. When you have a good man under a party, it is not the party that rules, it is the man.
Right.
So sometimes when we Nigerians are looking at the party, somebody defects to other party. What made him to defect? Like what happened with Emre Faiki, from PDP to APC, from APC to PDP. Now he's talking about leaving the APC to another party. So politicians leave them. Our Nigerian eye is supposed to be open. Let's look at the legacy of a man from his grassroots, from the governorship, or to any ministerial appointment. When he comes up in any party, UD, with the good legacy record such person has, let's put him there. That is my own point too.
Okay.
Then this swap claim that they are behind the killing and explosion in Borno State. Wonderful. Boko Haram kill monarchs. Again, killing. I think I'm advising our security agents, if they have used all their protocols, put them in place, and these people are still misbehaving, they should seek for external support.
Okay.
Is that not so?
Okay.
God bless you.
Thank you so much, Moses. All the way from Suleja, I believe. Thank you. Far too kind. I wish we could take one more call, but let's just dive into the WhatsApp portal right about now so that we don't get caught up in the mix. Yes. But we see your call still coming through. Thank you. Far too kind. Let's just see how we can work this out so that everybody's voice will be heard loudly and clearly. So we see a couple of messages now via the WhatsApp portal number. We'll just go take it head on and hear from you. Well, we'll start with the voice notes. And then from there we will proceed to your messages. Let's start off with this one right here and right now.
Mr. Yudi.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning, sir. You and the other lady present, I have forgotten her name. I greet all of you. Good morning to you all.
Cassandra.
My name is Suleiman Namfulani, aka the original Fulani man photocopy from National Assembly quarters.
Right.
Mr. Yudi, let me just make it brief. The issue of this discussion that is happening in this country. I think in Nigeria we don't need to be afraid of what is going on. And you see, we can shout all of the time, whether it's my own side, whether the northerner, the southerner, all this side, they don't rule us. And we see what is the result. When the other side been ruling, what name do we call them? The former President Olusegun Obasanjo, since 1999 when he came, Nigeria, we call him a couple of names. We call him different names. After he left, Yaradua come. Ever started his note, we know that yes, just 2 years. After he gone, Goodluck Jonathan come, we call him a couple of names. Different kind of names, negative. We say that he don't know, this and that. Alhaji Muhammadu Buhari came, we call him a couple of AKA names. He gone now, Ahmad Asibola Tinubu is the one that did it. He's receiving his own auto. So that means we need to unite ourselves. If anything cannot unite us, this orphanage need to unite Nigerian and to know why. To know we need a Nigerian, not Southern, Muslim or Christian. We need a true Nigerian who can remove Nigeria for this hardship that we are going through. You understand? But I'm still advising the ruling party. They should do the needful. Or come 2027, 4+0. This is my advice to them. Thank you so much, sir.
All right, then. Okay, do the needful, or it's 4+0.
Hello, Francis Suleiman from Amaguns in Enugu State.
That's right.
Good morning, my
Good morning,
suspects in the studio,
Yeah.
my distinguished analyst. Mass defection to APC is never in any way the solution to Nigeria's problem. What Nigerians really need is nothing but good governance, regardless of party affiliation, tribe, or religion. Honestly, we can't continue like this. May God help us.
All right, also Francis right there from Amagunze in Enugu State. Thank you.
Good morning to Cassandra. Good morning to Udok Daniel, the man with the golden voice.
Good morning to you.
ISWAP claim of Borno attack as they told to 27. That is it. You are battling with ISWAP. We are battling with Boko Haram. We are battling with Mahmuda Group. We are battling with Lakurawa. We are battling with killer herdsmen all over the country. And they are there celebrating that people are defecting to their party. And so what? Are you going to govern on human or on animals? Just take a number of people being killed every day. Boko Haram killed 40 in Borno. We are still talking of Adamawa again. Then went to Adamawa. They killed a lot of people. Every day, there's no day that you listen to this radio or listen to the news without hearing the killings and killings and killings every day. Port Harcourt and Warri Refinery. Me, I said it before that it was a scam. Dangote, that is an individual, built a one of the biggest refinery in the world, and is still driving. While the federal government cannot maintain its own refinery, as I said yesterday, that this refinery has become a conduit pipe to be siphonning Nigerian fortune. These people, most of these people that come onto these places, they are there to loot and loot and loot. Most especially in our refinery, Warri, Port Harcourt, and Kaduna. That is the problem. Thank you.
All right, Selassie. Honorable Edwards.
Miss Odua, I'm a sister there. Cassandra, I greet you. Good morning. My name is Honorable Edward from Napo. I totally agree with the former vice presidential candidate of Atiku. I agree with you completely. What he said is right thing. It's hard time for we politicians to learn how to accommodate people that are working with us. If you are my vice presidential candidate in a very serious election like that, and you are going to another party without telling me, do you expect me to remain in the same party with you? No. What do you expect me to? What do you expect me to do? I will find my way out politically. So what the man did is the right thing. I keep on asking, why is this the desperation about becoming the president of this country? Why is this man is so desperate to become the president of this country, Mr. Atiku, former vice president? I went to his village. I didn't see anything that he did to his people when he was a vice president. What did he do? How can we not trust him to give him this mandate? Must he be president of this country? We have so many people. To me, Yar'Adua remained the best president in this country because he came with his shot and look at what he did. Look at the peace. They are not talking about when the time is. Not talk about peace in Nigeria, but insecurity. When the man became president, everything was okay. So now the man should rest. I know some of us who will go there. Thank you. God bless you.
All righty. Honorable Edwards says rest. Let us go there, some of us. Obasanjo.
Good morning, Barrister.
Good morning, Obasanjo.
It's Aluta Senator Obasanjo calling you from Niger.
Right.
The Mina City. The headlines that you read about the Niger State curfew on Keke Napep and the bike in the evening. I'm telling you, it's disturbed. If you see tricking in the evening, I am telling you, some stress. A lot of Nigerians are not happy. Nigerians are suffering in the hands of. I am inside the city, not outside the city. So what I'm telling you is a live story, and Nigerians are in pain. Lastly, on Okowa, it's a shameful thing on Okowa. In his polling unit in Delta State, he does not even win. So Atiku suffer because of Okowa. It's only Peter Obi, I will agree. I know it pained part of Atiku 2023 election. If when Wiki was pressuring him, that is why Peter Obi left the party. And when Peter Obi left the party, he has not said any bad word to Atiku Abubakar. Likewise, Atiku Abubakar equally on the retaliation of Atiku Abubakar. It's the last man standing. So you got to work with Atiku Abubakar in Nigeria to succeed in Nigerians. Northern and Arabi to take the mentorship of this.
All right. Well, Obasanjo, you overshot the time right there. Let's just that's why we had to cut you off. Let's go hear it from I think GB now.
Good morning, Yudi. My name is GB.
GB, yeah.
Okowa say Atiku will soon leave PDP. This is not in news. It's already one leg out, and very soon he will announce the leg, and he will take the other leg out of it. The governor told him boldly that no coalition, no merger. I think that's a message for him that if you are doing a coalition or merger, don't drive PDP into it. So that means that the exit is very close, and he will soon get it. He will soon announce it. So we'll not be surprised. He left PDP before in 2023 or 2023, went to his AC and contested presidential election there, ran back to PDP, later left PDP to APC, from APC now to PDP again. So we'll not be surprised. He has been moving from party to party. So I mean, all the Okowa are doing. Atiku have done those in the past. Why people after Okowa and say because he was being pursued by EFCC? I mean, the politicians will always look for where their interest is. And the issue of the Obi and the rest, JAM replied him and said they not put exam. Exam time is not 6 o'clock. Exam time is 8 o'clock. But let me cross check. No center will write exam by 6:30. Any exam that by 6:30 means that the candidate have gotten there by 4 o'clock. No center write and by 6:30.
All right, JB, I have to cut you off right now. If you are very clearly, misinformed, if you are very staunch and holding on to whatever it is that you believe, do not come on here to spread this falsehood. I thought that yesterday the family members educated you, and I'm still seeing.
In fact, even the JAM,
I don't know what your plan is, GB. Please.
If JAM says that an exam is supposed to be for 8, and candidates are expected to be in the hall by 6:30 for clearance or processes. What does it mean?
What does it mean to you, GB?
You have to get there before 6:30.
That means 4 o'clock. You're leaving your house. 4 o'clock. You should be there. GB, please. Let's not even do this. I thought you understood better, but it's clear that you just not connected with the reality of what's going on. Right? It's really sad that you be talking like that. That's a misinformation, disinformation you're spreading, and I don't know what your plan would be. Please stop it. Stop it right now. Right? Yesterday you were put in place. Today you're still coming up to saying this. Please don't do that, GB. Don't do that. It's wrong. It's not right. Okay? Let's not mislead, the family members now. All right? Something is wrong, right? And let's talk about it and deal with it and let it go. All right? Stop holding on to what is not there, please, or what is not true. Well, we'll just start up with the messages now and see how we can indeed take all of these messages. Oh, time. All right, Cassie.
Okay, so we have a slip of someone's jam slip here. He says, excellent morning, dear UD and Cassie. Good morning.
Good morning to you, Eric.
My name is Eric from Kuje. This morning, I'm showing this as evidence that JAM had 6:30 for the exam that was held last Saturday. I personally drove the young man living in my house to the park as early as 5:30. Now, for GB to come on air yesterday and counter what Mr. Peter B said was not only false but malicious as well. He always comes on air to defend every act of this government as if he's more Nigerian than others. Please, let's try to speak to the truth at all times, especially when we are on air. Thanks and have a wonderful day.
All right, thank you, Eric, for that one, though. That's been sorted out. Looking at this message now.
Okay, says good morning, UD.
Good morning to you too.
I'm not
she's not a guest. She's not new.
Now this person is definitely not an OG because it says, please can you help me tell ECOWAS that we that is Okowa, I guess. It was autocorrect. Okowa. We Deltans are already in Abuja. We don't need him and his son. Oh, the way governor, do I read that now? No, I don't. Of our states to bring us to Abuja, we can take flight. We can use road or water to come to Abuja ourselves.
Okay.
They should stop misleading doubters and Nigerians, Biko. I promise him by 2027, he and that governor of ours will be stranded. Lion Boy from First Generation Estate Local.
Okay.
Goma.
All right, Lion Boy right there.
We can take flight and we have the water.
Yeah, we have the water. We have the resources. I wonder what other resources you're asking us to come plugging in Abuja. But well, Samuel from Kuje, standing on existing protocols right there. Good morning. It says congratulations and welcome to the last day of April 2025. Thank you, by the way. It says the activities and body language of the present day political leaders and politicians in this country is laughable. They are all the same people jumping from one party to another without any good impact on the people they are meant to govern. Masses are being killed on a daily basis in the hands of terrorists, bandits, killer, headsmen, kidnapper, hunger, hardship. Yet these politicians are busy telling us cock and bull stories why they are defecting from one party to another. Talking about the betterment of the lives of the masses is not in their agenda and it's not their business at all. What a wonderful country. I pray that we get it right one day in Jesus' name. It says amen to that one though. Thank you. Going to this one here and now.
All right, it says Okowa should be ashamed of himself. He should be silent with his newfound love. Okowa should be silent with his newfound love. You are the same one who has benefited from PDP a lot, a two-time senator and a two-time governor. Your reasons of leaving PDP are flimsy. PDP is in crisis and you're expected to stay put, to work things out, but you declined. Okay, now this is Ogenemano Austin from Ado Nasarawa State.
Yeah. Awesome. Right, let's take this one too.
All right, it says PDP is just a party. People made up that party, and most of these people are in APC, the likes of Akpabio, Shetima, and many others. If apology will ever come from PDP, maybe Akpabio will start first. Chinonso from Suleja.
Okay. Messages pouring in left, right, and center. This one says a very good morning to you both on the hot seat. Oh, it's a hot seat. I'm glad you know now. God bless your day, my brother. It says it's very clear to everyone in Nigeria and elsewhere that the purported prosecution of Nnamdi Kanu, the IPOB leader by the federal government, has turned into nothing but persecution. If not, why has his arrest in Lagos Hotel many years ago, what has his arrest in Lagos Hotel many years ago got to do with illegal and forced extradition of this man from Kenya to Nigeria? Honestly, there's more than meets the eye in this detention of Kanu, even after the courts have freed and discharged him from trumped up charges by the same government. May God Almighty save us from ourselves, he says. Amen. Comrade Olobasi from Buhari in Abuja.
All right, it says, good morning, UD and Cassandra.
Good morning to you.
Good people are being killed on a daily basis, and Okowa is concerned about defection. In Brno, people are being killed. APC is concerned about defection. We can now see the kind of people that your leaders can. Okay, are your leaders? Can these people just give us good governance, please? Joseph Jojo from Piakasa.
Right, it puts a please to it now. Well, we go to see this one. It's coming from who now? James from Suleja.
All right, he says, good morning, Sir UD and our very own media chief. Good morning to you, James. He says, the only opposition Nigeria genuinely has, even before now, are the masses. And until they realize that these politicians are same people who are united by their interests. UD, we've spoken about the state of insecurity in this country for a while now, but unfortunately, government fanboys planted to always downplay the reports and call them exaggerated. As for the refineries, let's continue to deceive ourselves. I've said it before, I will say it again, and I'll continue to say it. The NNPCL and the government are not interested in anything beneficial to the masses. I think that's the NNPCL, right?
Yes.
I said that, okay.
Yes.
Security, energy, electricity, and petroleum products, etc. UD, there's need for this radio station to start sanctioning individuals who intentionally try to misinform others.
Well, James, you're not far from truth on that one, though. And yes, it will be considered. Thank you, for that. Well, we'll go into seeing this one now. Okay. Was this today? No, this is today. Okay. It says, thanks for your good job in GB. This is Udokama, okay, from Otako. Thank you, Udokama. It's a good morning to you guys. Good morning to you too. Selassie says, the way GB behaved, that's why some radio stations ban him. All right, I see that. Maybe a ban is brewing too somewhere. But we'll just get on to this one. Oh, everybody stop. Please, let's not GB-lize this conversation book. Mr. Linus from Brick City, Kubwa Abuja, GB's misleading, irrational, and malicious comments on radio was responsible for him being banned from 2 other radio stations. There's pressure on 2 other ones to also ban him too. I get it. It's fine. It's okay. We'll be very professional, in handling these matters. Thank you to Linus. And yet, Okpeyemi from Kubwa is sending us yet another, timetable, jam sleep, and all of that. Please, Okpeyemi saying, I see, it says, this is 2025 jam timetable. No exam starts by 6:30 a.m. He says, the most earliest one is 7 a.m. Okpeyemi, he said, please educate people, inform them the more. Okpeyemi, 7 a.m. 7 a.m. even to your daughter or your son. Okpeyemi, 7 a.m. your daughter or your son. Remember that there is a preparation.
The exam by 7,
there is even a preparation before 7.
Yes.
So what are you saying? I don't know where people like you. How do you even think
on
you guys?
Jam's social media account where it confirmed that yes, we don't start these exams by 6:30, but we require.
Do you understand?
To come for the processes by 6:30.
Did they write their own jam in 6:30? Them, these guys. Okpeyemi, please, and GB, you guys should be very sensible.
UD, if we are being very honest, the process has always been like
it has always been.
Yes,
like that.
I remember my mom when she was taking her. I was still very little, but I remember we have to wake up in the morning. Do you know people used to go and sleep at the centers? Like everywhere, people used to go sleep at the centers waiting for jam.
No, that's awful wrong.
So the fact that it has been happening does not mean it's right. And it's just time for us to.
And in a Nigeria of insecurity, are you guys all right? Please now, please, let's not do this. Let's not. No, it's serious. If something is serious, let's be serious. We're family here, and we're talking seriously as a family. Let's be serious. Come on, this is something y'all should come around and say, "Oh, Jam, please stop this nonsense. Stop it. You've been doing it. Stop it. Why are you making these things look so nice? It's not nice."
UD.
All right, you've got to put it. It's not nice.
Let's wrap it up already.
It's not nice, honestly. Vicky Vic has already come up to give us an I. We will cross the T's now because he already dotted the I's, right? Sports on Eagles Wings is coming right up in a short bit. And 9 o'clock, we'll be right back here. Yeah, something not far from what El Rufai had said. Father Joe has also said, in terms of defections. I mean, I think that's what's just going to be the conversation that is ushering us into the next month, a new month, talking about May of 2025. And I'm hoping that I'll just leave it there. My name is Udwak Daniel, and I've got the beautiful Cassandra.
All right, UD. See you by 9 o'clock.
Right.